I believe that Toshi could hypothetically be big narrative during this bull run. And I don't only just think that way because I could very well see it going to the price of 2 cents again during this bull run. But a bigger reason is because I think that this could be a very special meme coin that is in a very unique niche. And let me explain what I'm talking about, even though nothing I say is financial advice. We all know Dogecoin, right? For instance, we all know Shiba Inu. But really, when it comes to Toshi, it kind of feels like this new breed of meme coin. The reason being is because we all know that Coinbase, a very reputable exchange, it's very famous, very fantastic. Everyone loves Coinbase, right? But then they have a layer 2. Now, the layer 2 is called the Base Network. It's built in collaboration with Optimism, which is one of the leading Ethereum layer 2s out there. Now, why does this matter? It's because Toshi is on the Base Network. And not only that, it's named after Brian Armstrong's pet cat. Brian Armstrong is the co-founder of Coinbase. Not to mention, you take a look at Toshi, the name is very similar to Satoshi Nakamoto, which of course we all know is the alleged creator of Bitcoin. But even besides that, Toshi's is very different. Now, people may think that, okay, being unique in that sense or being like, a little bit different is not enough. Well, take a look at Toshi. It's a new breed again of meme coins that not only is in a very unique place, but also on top of that, it's actually trying to improve. What I mean by that is, for instance, we take a look at something called Toshi tools. Now, these tools will help quite essentially guide someone towards their journey to be building on Base, which I think is pretty awesome. Also, these tools will include a multi-sender, or should I say do include, right? Again, a token locker, a liquidity locker, a launch pad, and also a token launcher. Now, also, furthermore, there's something called Toshi Mart, which allegedly allows everyone to create their own meme coin without any technical knowledge. So it's a meme coin launchpad, basically. Now, why does this matter? It's because, for instance, people like to say Dog with Hat or Pepe is doing amazing, in which I definitely agree. They are very amazing. They're very fantastic. But what are they doing really, in terms of development? When I take a look at Toshi, it's at least trying. And the fact that Toshi was kind of even trying to do this type of stuff before the price had a pump, right? It showcases that they had a forward-thinking mindset to begin with. They understood that, okay, being different, that's good, but let's add some bonus points, right? Let's have a little bit of a utility, even though it's not really necessary. Sometimes people just want to know the effort, if that makes sense. It's like, for instance, when people gift a gift to someone, right? They usually wrap it, you know what I mean? It shows that they have effort. It's not like it really changes the product in any way, shape, or form. Like, let's say someone gave a person an iPhone, right? Is, wrapping the present really going to make the iPhone faster or something like that? No, it's not. But then, again, it just kind of has this feeling where, hey, you know what? The person actually cares. When it comes to Toshi, it showcases that they actually care about the project. It's serious. It's something that doesn't play around. It's not some random project that is in here for a week or 2 weeks. That's not the case. And to really set things off, Toshi is actually listed on Coinbase, which is amazing. I get it. Toshi is having a pullback as of right now, but being listed in these big exchanges, it's really going to matter because once the sentiment really comes back in again in a very massive way, which I hypothetically think it will, just imagine the amount of FOMO, buying pressure, and buying volume that Toshi could hypothetically receive because by having easy access to it, right? A lot of people, by being listed in these major exchanges, which of course gives easier access, not to mention Toshi has a very amazing following as of right now. And also the rise of the Base Network, again, Coinbase's layer 2, this is really going to matter in my opinion. Take a look at something like Shiba, Dogecoin. As amazing as they are, if they're not listed in major exchanges, they wouldn't be as massive as they are as of right now. Let's face it. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that they won't grow or anything like that, but they just wouldn't be able to reach those great heights like what we see as of right now, despite the pullback. And also, especially back in 2021 when things were just really popping. But the way you take a look at it is that actually in 2021, during the peak of that bull run, there was roughly around 300 million crypto owners. Now there's over 600 million. So I think this burn could just be a lot more dynamic and it's a lot more interesting, I think, this time around because there's something like Toshi, there's the Base Network. I just think that this could be very special. And also nowadays, people know more about meme coins than I think back then because as of right now, there's more resources, there's more material to actually study and take a look at. And not to mention as well, when you take a look at the Base Network, it is going to have a future because as long as Ethereum grows, I think the Base Network is going to have a place. The Base Network, a layer 2, something like that, what it does is that it allows Ethereum to be enjoyed, but then not having to deal with like the problems, for instance, the gas fees, which are sky high. And also on top of that, the scalability issues. So the way to take a look at it is that when it comes to something like the Base network, it's going to have a place. It has that Coinbase backing. It's not going to fail in my opinion. Or should I say almost as close to not failing, because of course there's always a chance to fail. But you know what? It just feels a little bit fail-proof because it is, Coinbase's layer 2. If the Base network were to whatever reason fail, that would be such a bad look for not only Coinbase, but I think also Optimism. Now, Optimism, I get it again. They're more so just an accessory in here, but I'm just saying, it just wouldn't be a good look. So I think something like Coinbase, which has a lot of resources, by the way, I don't think they would allow for the Base network to fail. You know what I mean? I think they could easily rescue that if something were to happen. It's not like anything bad has happened to it, but I'm just saying. So when it comes to that, as long as that is really sticking around and doing well, I think by nature, right, Toshi is going to do well as well. You know what I mean? I just think it's only fair to assume that. And now, what is my buying strategy though? That is dollar cost averaging. So anytime I do an income, I'm acquiring, I'm holding, and I'm just waiting. That's it. I am not a day trader. I don't use leverage. I don't swing trade. I don't do any of that type of stuff whatsoever. When it comes to any cryptocurrency that I own, I just like to keep things simple. And I'm willing to wait this out because the way to take a look at it is that the bull run is far from over. We do know that even historically speaking, as a worst case scenario, altcoins, they usually peak around a year and a half after a Bitcoin halving event. That would actually mean around October this year, based on the last Bitcoin halving event that happened in April of last year. So you got to think about that, right? Even historically, this isn't even supposed to be the peak yet as a worst case. As of right now, I think what we're seeing is a breather. You know what I mean? It's like someone running a marathon. Are they going to go full sprint the whole 10 miles? I don't know about that. I don't even know if that's even possible. I'm not saying that a marathon runner is going to stop midway or something like that. But what I'm saying is that maybe they slow down their pace in certain areas or in certain, miles, right? And I think it's no different here. Take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin at one point was at the price of $1. Not too long ago, the price was over $100,000. Was it a straight shot up? No, it wasn't, in my opinion. And I think Toshi is not going to be the exception to that rule. You know what I mean? It's not like Toshi is going to be this, project that's going to defy all odds and then just have this straight shot all the way to 2 cents. No, I don't think that's going to be the case. We've seen many altcoins. We've seen Shiba, Dogecoin, have multiple pullbacks. This is no different in my opinion. It's only normal. But the way you take a look at it is that the lower the price, the better the buying potential. So I really don't mind anyways, even though I did make a very good call on Toshi, and still in the grand scheme of things, it's actually done pretty well. But considering, how much it pumped, it is having a pullback. But you know what? My strategy is still going to stay the same. Again, just dollar cost averaging, acquiring, holding, and just waiting. Not to mention, it's not like 2 cents is even that crazy anyways. If it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $8 billion. I mean, come on. Well, you've seen Dogecoin at one point reach over 80 billion. You've seen Shiba, reach around 40 billion. I'm not talking about record-breaking figures here. I think it's just a matter of time. And Toshi, I think, really has the potential to be the number one meme coin on the Base network, right? Because oftentimes people consider Brett as the number one, but Toshi could hypothetically take that place, in my opinion, because it is on the rise. It is listed on Coinbase, also exchanges like Crypto.com. I think this has the makings of something that could hypothetically be a big narrative, but only time will tell. But even still, despite that, 2 cents, that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gained value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace. Bye.